Most people think business funding starts with your LLC or your revenue. Wrong. It all starts with your personal credit. And in this video, I'll be breaking down exactly how my personal credit profile helped unlock over 150K in business funding. And I'm going to be using my real profile as the blueprint. If you're new to my channel, my name is Chess. I've secured well over 400K in business funding for my businesses, and I've helped business owners and entrepreneurs secure funding for their business. So everything I teach here, it is based on real world experiences, either from myself or from my clients' experience. Now, before we dive right into all the strategies, let me walk you through how my personal credit profile actually looks like and why it actually matters for you. So, to get access to large amounts of business funding, you need to start by building strong personal credit foundation. I'll walk you through how mine is set up, what works, and what to avoid. I currently have 8 personal credit cards, totaling close to 100K in available personal credit. And look, that's not something I built overnight. But here's what you actually need. You need 3 to 6 solid personal credit cards, total available credit anywhere from 20K plus, cards from banks that actually matter, such as Chase, American Express, Bill. You probably get the point. National banks that actually matter. And you don't need to have a huge amount of cards, you just need the right ones. So years ago, I was recommending credit builders like Self, Kickoff, all those kinds of self builders. But now that I've helped hundreds of people get funded, I can tell you this: those just don't cut it. And banks, they look favorably on those accounts when it comes to big funding approvals. If you need to start with a secured card, make sure it's one that graduates into an unsecured card. So before we go on further, make sure you hit the like button if you're getting value so far. Now let's break down what banks and lenders are really paying attention to when they look at your profile. So let's talk about the metrics. Here's what the banks want to see on your personal profile before they even hand over 5 or 6 figures of approvals. Credit score, you want anywhere from 700 to 750 plus. Mine personally sits at 800. Utilization, anywhere from 2 to 10%. I like to give an average around like 3 to 5%. For your age of your credit, you want 5 plus years. I'm well over 10 years of age. Highest personal limits, you want at least 10K to 25K. My highest is a 20K limit. So, no negatives, no late payments, no collections, no charge offs, no bankruptcies. None of that kind of stuff. If you do have that, go through credit repair before moving forward. Even one late payment under 25 months, it could drop your approval chances dramatically. And every single card I own has been maxed out before. Why? Because it builds history. It tells the banks I can handle large balances and pay them off. And that kind of usage leads to higher approvals. I'm not telling you to run it up. And once that card profile is in place, what you do next is just as important. Once you've got your foundation in place, stop opening new personal cards. They don't help after a certain point. At that stage, your focus should be leveraging your current cards to build history, managing your utilization like a pro, showing the banks that you can actually handle your money, establishing relationships with funding friendly banks. So, personal side, you want to make sure that the relationship is built so you can actually go on the business side. So, what kind of relationships actually help you unlock funding? Let me show you exactly how I set mine up. Business funding is more than just about your credit score. You need to build a relationship with the right banks. And here's how I did it. My personal accounts, I have it with Chase, Wells Fargo, American Express, all the kind of ones that help you on the business side of things. So on the business side, I have accounts like Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, US Bank, PNC. Those are kind of banks that you want to have on the business side of things. And I'm personally in the area of California, so that's why I have different banks than you may have. When you have an active business checking account, even without revenue, it shows commitment. Add in some regular deposits and avoid overdrafts and give the account some time to season. And now you're a real funding candidate. But just as important as who you bank with is who you don't. Here's some banks that I generally do not recommend for building strong funding relationships. Don't recommend Capital One. They often report your business cards to your personal credit. They pulled all three of your credit bureaus, so it's not ideal. Citibank, they're not aggressive with small business funding, and they also lack strong intro offers, so they don't have any 0%. Discover is great for personal use, but they've been backed off in the business market. Most online banks, like your Chime, I wouldn't go for those. No, there's no business credit card with them and no physical presence as well, so you can't go into the bank branch. Now, let's look at how to set up these bank relationships the right way to position yourself for business funding. To maximize your approvals, I will open up an account with banks that offer strong business credit products. Keep saying it again over and over in this video, but fund them with at least 1 to 5K if you can. Maintain a deposit and transactions for at least 30 to 90 days. Super important to build this relationship. No overdrafts or NSFs as well. This means don't have your debit account negative. A pro tip for you, if you can build relationships at 4 to 5 solid banks, you're already in great shape to request 25 to 100K in funding per bank. So your personal profile is solid, your banking relationships are started. What does the business side need to look at? Now, let's talk about your business profile. Start your LLC now. I wouldn't wait. Start as soon as possible. Give it some age. You want to maintain 3 to 5K in business liquidity in the account. Use a debit for small purchases. Revenue could be $0, but 15K per month is very ideal for you. It'll help you out a lot with the relationship. Use real business banking, not just apps. And don't rely on age corps. Most banks, they track how long that you've actually been the owner, not just the age of the business. Age corps, thing of the past. I once helped a client who had 20-year-old age corp, but he only owned it for 3 months. And banks didn't care about the age, so they denied him based on the ownership tenure. That's a lesson learned on our part. Now let's bring it all home with the smartest way to actually go for funding once you set everything else right. There are going to be 3 routes for you. You can do online application, you can go in branch to fill out the application, or you could go through a relationship business manager. And route number 3 is how I regularly help clients get 50 to 100K in approvals. When the banks know your name and they see the relationship, the limits go up super fast. If your personal credit is clean, your banking relationships are solid, and you follow the right steps, you can start seeing real offers anywhere from 50K, 100K, and even 250K in business credit without ever touching your personal credit ever again. If you need one-on-one help to secure 100K plus in business funding, or you want this completely done for you, apply to join my Learn With You program or my Done For You program in the links in the description below or in the pinned comments below as well. This is Cashflow Ches. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.